All right, here we go. Moving on to the L's and finally getting some M's. Hey, I noticed I got a different angle here a little askew. See that basket right back there? That is full of Maddie's stuffed animals. And she's funny. When she goes outside, she always walks over, grabs one, takes it out, just sets it down on the deck, and that's it. And then she'll go out into the yard. I don't know why she has to put it there, but she does. Hey, let me make sure I've got my volume working. Okay, very good. All right, left off with the Choir Boys. Now we move on to their album. Well oiled, all London Boyer stuff. London Choir Boy stuff is their keepers. This was my introduction to, well, no, besides a little bit of What You Fancy, but then they kind of fell off my radar. And then when Homewreckers and Heartbreakers came out, man, that is such a solid album. My favorite album by them. Halfpenny Dancer, this is where they take a lot of their songs and rework them and do them all pretty much acoustically. Twisted Love. Beautiful Curse. Big into their Day of the Dead artwork now by this point. Black Eyed Sons. White Boy Blues. I don't know why this didn't get Day of the Dead artwork, but it didn't. Maddie, what are you doing? Saint Cecilia and the Gypsy Soul. That's also a very solid album. And their latest, which is a very good album, Wardour Street. Moving on to the London Suede. That's right, much controversy, just like the Choir Boys. London Suede, Dogman Star. This is right now going to freak out Brian and Embryonic Robot that I have so much London Suede / Suede. Suede, that's the deluxe expanded edition, Brian. Yeah, we've got what, 2 discs, a DVD, yeah, and then a bonus DVD. Wow. Head Music. My favorite album by them, Coming Up. What is the song I love on there? Actually, the opening track, Trash, is just great. Suede, A New Morning. And this is also the expanded edition. Brian. The double disc of this, I think this is just like all outtakes and B-sides. The London Suede, Sci-Fi Lullabies. What is the song on here that I just absolutely love? What is it? Like Rising Star? Come on, man, get in. Then we have Blood Sports. Now they've come back together. They were broken up for quite a while. Night Thoughts. And I think that's it for my London Suede. Hey, girl. All right. She sings like an angel. Her name's Maria McKee. She's in the band Lone Justice. Love this album. And then their follow-up, Shelter. Title track is great. Lone Star. This is kind of a poor man super group too. I'm trying to remember all who is in this. Let me see if I can find out quick in the liner notes. Well, this is Japanese imports. Everything's in Japanese, but nope, can't help you there. But I do know. Oh, wait, here we go. They're showing them on the back here. Oh, who do we got? Can't tell you. Print is so goddamn small, I can't even make it out. Take my word for it. They're good. I'm keeping them. Los Lobos, How Will the Wolf Survive? The only album I like by them. Lou Gramm. You know what? Lou Gramm made a couple good solo albums outside of Foreigner. Long Hard Look. That's a good album. And Ready or Not. And we've got Low Cut Connie and the album Dirty Pictures Part 1. Definitely influenced by Jerry Lee Lewis. I'm just going to tell you, go ahead and take a look at the video for Revolution Rock and Roll, and you will see what I mean. Top 10 debut of all time for me. Lucifer's Friend, the self-titled debut. 1970. That is the trilogy of hard rock heavy metal there in 1970. That, Deep Purple in Rock, and Black Sabbath's debut. Lucifer's Friend, Where the Groupies Killed the Blues. Sadly, this is the only album they ever made that sounds like this. Man, that is a big Hammond B3 organ, and then they started to get jazzy and progressive, and just killed it for me. I'm just a rock and roll singer. Banquet, yeah, but that doesn't stop me from buying their shit, does it? Mind Exploding, and actually their lead singer, John Lawton, he left Lucifer's Friend for a while and then became lead singer for 3 of the Uriah Heep albums. Lucifer's Friend, Mean Machine. What do we get? We get 2 albums on here. No, we only get 1 on here, that's right. No. Yeah, Good Time Warrior and Sneak Me In. 2 for the price of 1. And then, what do they call this? Sumo Grip. Well, you can tell by the cover why they're calling it Sumo Grip. Lucifer Was, in their album Blues from Hella. H-E-L-L-A-H. That's your Swedish stoner rock there. And another album by them, Dies Grows. Strange. Can you see Maddie there? No, let me... She's late, decided to come and lay down here. There she is, recovering from her surgery. She's doing very good. Have a follow-up on Monday. What's that going to be? Is Monday, March 1st? No. Can't remember, but whatever it is. Lunatic Soul, the debut from the creative force of Riverside, if you like Riverside. This is a little more kind of ambient music, but I really like it. And then, oh, that's Lunatic Soul 2, isn't it? No, this is 2. And then, love the artwork on this, Lunatic Soul Through Shaded Woods. You see that there? I don't think the light's that great here. Can't wait to get it out of this house, too, for that reason. Lighting is horrible in this house. Their most recent... The World Under Unsun. Then, if you know your Spooky Tooth and your Matahoopel, Luther Grovesner, not quite sure, also known as Ariel Bender, solo album Floodgates, and also solo album by him, If You Dare. They're decent albums. Got just some Leonard Skinner here. I'm not a big Southern rock guy, but at some point I think I decided, you know what, I got to get all the Leonard Skinner. Although when I was in a band, we used to play Simple Man from this album. And that has Freebird on it, of course. Then we got Second Helping. And we got Nothing Fancy. Then we got Give Me Back My Bullets. In all honesty, I really should just be getting rid of these Leonard Skinners. But Street Survivors, you know what? I can't. So I'm doing a very poor job here because I'm keeping all of these. I fit a stretch here. The last video, too. Kept almost everything. Man and the album Slow Motion. Manfred Mann. What I think is their best album is probably their biggest selling album. The Roaring Silence, you would know the hit, Blinded by the Light. But that's not even the best song on here. I think The Road to Babylon is the best song. Then these I really should get rid of because they're nowhere near as good as that. Manfred Mann. This is Chance. So I'm saying goodbye to that. Yep, no chance for that album. Nightingales and Bombers. Actually, I do think I like this one more than that one, that's for sure. So I know I like the title, and also, again, they cover Springsteen. They do Spirits in the Night. They do a very good version of that. Manic Street Preachers, the only album I really like by them. Lifeblood. Fantastic album. I've tried other albums of theirs, can't get into them. Okay, McDonald and Giles. From the Ashes of King Crimson. Keeping that. Mac Gaiden. Nirvana Blues. I can tell you who would dig this album. It'd be MGK Boston. Gets a little reggae-ish. Magic Dick and Jay Giles from the Jay Giles Band team up, and they do kind of a big band sound album. It's called Blues Time. No, that one's gone. Mad Season. Keeping it. You know who they are. All right, this band, I don't know if it's spelled Malady. I don't know if they pronounce it as Malady or Malady, or is it even Melody? But it's called Toinen Toista, and they are from Finland. And if I didn't like the music so much, I'd get rid of it because all the lyrics are in Finnish. And normally I don't like foreign language vocals, but I do like that one. Massive Wagons. These guys do a poor attempt at trying to sound like AC/DC. Nope. Goodbye. Mark Tremonti sings Sinatra. Nope. Goodbye. Here we go. With the angel I spoke of before, Maria McKee, lead singer of Lone Justice. Her solo album. Yep, I'm keeping it. And then another album of hers, You Got a Sin to Be Saved. I don't know why she got away from that hairdo, because that's a great look on her. And here she went with a darker color, and it's kind of flat. So if you're listening, Maria, go back to that look. Okay, now here we go with a band I love and hate. I loved them when I first came across them. Now I really only like the earlier stuff. I mean, I do like some of the Hogarth era, but... So we've got some smaller stuff here. We've got, because they release a lot of stuff just on their private label. 80 Days. I'm not keeping that. This is Marillion and the Positive Light, Tales from the Engine Room. This has just 6 songs that didn't make the album, or they're reworked. Getting rid of that. Marillion, These Chains. They do like a big beat mix of the song Memory of Water, and for that reason I'm keeping this. Only 3 songs on there. I'm not even sure why I bought this. I mean, if you know the band, that's a takeoff of the album cover Marbles. This is just 2 songs. I think it has a B-side that didn't make it on the album. My favorite era of the band, the Fish era. Fugazi, now I have the box set of this. I probably should get rid of that. And I'm going to, yes. Because you know what? I have the box. Clutching at Straws, same thing. I have the box set. Misplaced Childhood, many say their best album. But I don't have the other Fish album. Huh, okay. All right. Season's End, I have the box set. Getting rid of it. Holidays in Eden. I have the box set. Getting rid of it. Brave. I have the box set. Getting rid of it. It's a concept album. Afraid of the Sunlight. May have my favorite song by them on here. Actually, the title song. Got the box set. Getting rid of it. This Strange Engine. Have the box set. Getting rid of it. Radiation. No box set. Keeping it. None of these others have come out with boxes yet, I don't believe. Marillion.com, keeping it. Anarachnophobia, keeping it. Marbles, keeping it. This is where they started to lose me. Somewhere Else, not a fan of it. Not a big fan of it, okay. So that takes care of the Marillion there. Moving on to now, Mark Farner of Grand Funk Railroad. He put out a couple albums. This is the Complete Atlantic Sessions. And this is your more poppy Mark Farner. This is like Bad Time and Some Kind of Wonderful and Locomotion kind of stuff. It's not like early Grand Funk, so don't get too excited if you think you want to run out and buy it. Mark Wood and his album Voodoo Violence. Oh man, this guy, you see there, he's got a double-necked electric violin. This guy plays violin like a guitar man, and he is great. Does some great cover versions too. He does I Want to Take You Higher and Stand. Marshall Crenshaw, another one of the top 20 debut albums ever. Love that album. Field Day, almost as good. This was a little of a drop-off for him, I thought. Downtown. But then, to me, these next two, he comes back strong. Mary Jean and 9 Others. And then Good Evening. Does a great cover of Let Her Dance by the Bobby Fuller 4. You know, Broke the Law. I Broke the Law, whatever. Marshall Crenshaw, Life's Too Short. Got his puppy right there on the album cover with him. Album number 447. I don't know if that's named after a hotel room he stayed in or whatever. But and then Marshall Crenshaw, Man of Miracles. Keeping those. All right, some little more Southern rock here. Marshall Tucker Band, Carolina Dreams. Yeah, I heard it in a love song. Oh, this is a self-titled. Got to Take the Highway, Can't You See? Keeping those. And I thought I had one more Marshall Tucker album. Yes, I do. Long Hard Ride. That's what she said. Martin Turner, founding original member of Wishbone Ash, and his album, Written in Stars. Keeping it. Marvin Gaye, What's Going On? This has bonus tracks on it, so I'm going to keep it. I do have it on vinyl also, but the vinyl doesn't have the bonus track. Mason Ruffner, my favorite album by him. Great instrumental called Courage, but the opening track, Gypsy Blood, fantastic guitarist. Masters of Reality, my buddy Pat at Close to the Edge. I'd love to see this pick. Also, Pat, get well. For those of you who don't know, Pat had some surgery. He posted a video about it, but then he pulled it down. But just wishing him well. Hope he gets better quick so he can be putting out some more videos. Marvelous 3, Ready, Sex, Go. Keeping it. All right. Once again, kind of close as I get to country here. The Mavericks, What a Crying Shame. Okay. What's his name? Raul Malo recently died. Incredible voice. He sounds closest you can get to Roy Orbison. And then their album Trampoline. That's the only 2 Mavericks I have. That's probably the only 2 I'll ever need. And then I missed some other L's on the previous video that I found upstairs. Lee Small, Jamaica Inn. This kind of revolves all around sailing and pirates, and he even likes to dress the part there. You see him. Really solid album. Great voice. It's got a little Glenn Hughes in him. LA Blues Authority. This is one of those shrapnel record projects where they get anybody in the studio they can. Who they got on here? Richie Kotzen, Paul Gilbert, Billy Sheenan, George Lynch, James Kotak, Brad Gillis. You know what? You got a lot of talent here, but to me the songs aren't here, so I'm getting rid of that. Living Color, I bought it because of the song Cult of Personality. I remember from the MTV days, but you know what? A lot of the album doesn't do much for me, so I'm getting rid of that. And then Little Steven, I showed his previous album, What Men Without Women, which I think is a very good album. This album, to me, was a disappointment. This is Born Again, Savage. So goodbye, Stevie. That's it. What do we got here? I think we got rid of a decent number. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 of them. All right. That's it. Thank you, everybody.